Hey guys, so today I am on my way to Croydon Town Hall. Hey guys, so today I am on my way to Croydon Town Hall as I've been invited to be a guest speaker for an endometriosis awareness conference. So we're talking about endometriosis, but specifically within the black ethnic minority. So I'm looking really forward to it. I feel really honoured to have been even invited to speak about my perspective as a nurse as well. So yeah, I've got so much things in my hand though, so that's why you can hear all the noise. Straight after, I'm going to Sweden. Yeah, lots going on. My car's dropped, guys, which I'm sad about because it looks very nice, but what can I do, is what it is. I ended up buying the dress that I showed you on last week's vlog because I said it looked far more sophisticated, and it really does. It's slightly nervous, I guess, because the pool is massive. This is like my first proper massive professional event. But I said I'm looking forward to it. So. Hey guys, welcome back to another day in the life of a nurse. So in this vlog I've been invited to speak about endometriosis at Croydon Town Hall. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really grateful for even having the opportunity to do such an amazing thing. It will be joined by it will be myself and other guest speakers, so other doctors and nurses and patients who are living with endometriosis, just expressing their viewpoint about endometriosis, which is something that, as I said, I'm really grateful for even being invited to speak about as a nurse and as a gynecology nurse, and as a woman as well, do you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, wish me luck. It's in Croydon Town Hall, so it's kind of like a big venue, so I'm a bit nervous, but hopefully I'll be absolutely fine. And I'll let you guys know how it goes after.
Expert is Marie-Catherine Kudrum. She is the founder of the nursing platform Nurse Diaries UK, and she's currently running her recording at the moment. As you can see, it's all live for her. And a registered gynecology nurse. She's also passionate about women's health, which she expresses through her work as a registered nurse and by educating others. Marie-Catherine creates a safe space on her social media platforms and at events, allowing individuals to share their stories and experiences. She believes passionately that women should be empowered with knowledge about their health so that they can make the right choices for themselves and their families.
So I think that's a good question. So I'm a gynecology nurse, so I work specifically on a gynecology ward. So a lot of the time, there's women who are seen in A&E, and then they come up to the wards, and then they would come to my ward, which is the gynecology ward. Sometimes women, unfortunately, are discharged from A&E depending on how their symptoms are and depending on what the plan is. Sometimes they get scanned and then they may have a referral or an appointment, which means that they go home and then come back. If, for example, the pain is very bad, sometimes there's flare-ups that can happen, then they get admitted onto my ward.
I always explain the female gynecological tract is very simple. It's like a T, okay? So you have bits, the stand of the T with the womb. At the bottom you'll have the cervix, and then below that you'll have vagina. And then the arms of the T will be the fallopian tubes. And then if you imagine you have hands right at the end of the T, you have the end of the fallopian tubes, and then you have the ovaries hanging underneath. Okay, so that's the basic shape. Okay, and the center, the lining, is called the endometrium. And when you go through your puberty periods, the endometrium is the part that gets thicker because of hormonal influences, and then it sheds every month. Now that tissue, endometrial tissue, sometimes migrates to different parts of the body. It can go float around and stick itself on the ovary, it can go behind the uterus, it can go on the bladder, it can even go as high as the diaphragm, which is right up into the chest.
It took until 1970 to realise that this study was not actually correct. And so, from then, research has been continuously looked at until today, where we are at a stage where people are understanding that endometriosis is not something to do with race. It is actually completely different. When I've been doing a lot of research in my own time, I found that with endometriosis, there's a difference because a lot of the time people think it's not within black women, but people are finding out that especially people who are not only from black backgrounds, but from different backgrounds, the black ethnicity, Asian minority as well, are having endometriosis, and a lot of the times people don't think it's something to do with specifically people from BAME backgrounds, and a lot of the time as well we're finding that younger people who are actually born here also are having endometriosis at much higher rates, which shows that something else is going on.
Yes, it does occur, but it's not picked up as much. So the statistics are worse. And I suppose because of that, if you do pick it up, it could potentially be more difficult to treat because it's been festering around for a long time without being treated.
And just adding on to that as well, I think it's also important for us as black women to think about the fact that a lot of the time we dismiss our problems, we dismiss our symptoms, we think it's normal for us to be in a bit of pain when we're on our periods, but do we actually understand what is normal, what is not normal? The fact that periods shouldn't be painful to an extent where you're not able to function, you're not able to leave your house, you're bleeding so much, you're changing your pads continuously. That is not normal. Whether it's bleeding, whether it's pain, where is your pain located? How long is it occurring? Is anything triggering the pain? And is it within certain times at different points during the month? Is it before your periods that the pain is extremely bad? Just write down exactly what is happening, because for your diagnosis it would actually speed the process. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for adding to that. I'm going to bring in Elizabeth to also add her bit about endometriosis and your experience of it. And I think
all been enlightened because I am a father as well as a husband, and I'm a brother to somebody, and I know with being enlightened, we're taking information back. And things that we have actually, I would love to partner again this type of a program, because one thing that I think we need to, or one thing that I've taken out from this event, the need for us to do more enlightenment. And also for us politicians, especially about the pelvic scan, how we can actually take it up. We don't want people to suffer in silence. There is a need for us to encourage speaking more and people sharing their experiences. So Lizzie, thank you very much for bringing this program to Croydon. And honestly, I'm sure a lot of my councillors here, those that are on scrutiny, they will be taking this up, and the need for us, and I'm sure my brother in Bromley too, the need for us to work collaboratively. We don't need to suffer in silence. But first and foremost, we need to talk more about it, bring it up the scale. And like a lot of us, I don't know, we have learned something here today, and I'm sure some of us, even probably hearing about this thing for the first time, getting to know what people go through, what people are suffering. And I don't know whether it was yourself, the nurse that mentioned this, the need for us to also talk among ourselves, especially mothers, parents. And that's the problem with us, especially those of us that look like me. We share experiences with our children or the need for, please parents, brothers, sisters, we need to talk. Tell more about our younger ones. We need to, so that they can actually feel free to tell you what they are going through. Because if you've not shared the experiences with them, they feel, and they go onto the internet to get this information. But there's nothing like experiences that you have actually gone through. Thank you very much.
Yes, I mean eventually I'm sure we'll understand what molecular biology is and then maybe drug. But I mean behind that there must be
Hey guys, so that is the event done. It went really well. Yeah, it was really interesting. It was nice hearing like patients' experiences alongside hearing the doctor's experience as well, and her recommendations and advice. And obviously, me myself, I was giving advice as well to the people, the audience, the patients. And yeah, it was a really good event, and I'm just so grateful, as I said, to have even been invited to go and to represent nurses. I was the only nurse speaking up speaking in perspective as a woman nurse, so that was really nice as well. So yeah, overall I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to be invited to more events where I can speak and really represent nursing, represent nurses, represent women's health, you guys know the vibes. But yeah, that's all from me. I wanted to really do a day in the life vlog, and I guess this is what this delivered. So yeah, you can be a nurse, but you can actually go ahead, if you have something you're passionate about, go and advocate for that thing, do research, network with people, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and see you next week for another vlog. Bye!